This is my version of a snowman. He's actually a sandman in a can because he's gritty and sandy and everything we need is in there. His head, his nose.
To make your sandman, you're going to need 3 styrofoam balls in graduating sizes. Two tiny starfish. 2 pins for the eyeballs. I'm not flipping you off, it's just 2 pins so you can see them right here. I'm not flipping the bird, this is just, I'm showing you the 2 pins for the eyeballs. See, it's not meant to be rude or insulting. When we're all finished, our Sandman is going to look something like this. He's in a jar, not a can, but I call him the man in the can because it rhymes with man. Can, man, Sandman, man in a can. But he's not in the can, he's in the mason jar. But man in the mason jar, it doesn't sound as good. So he's a man in the can, but you know what I mean. He's not in the can, he's in the jar. The very first thing I'm going to do is dump out the sand and mix it up with the glitter. All 3 balls covered in tacky glue, completely, all the way. Don't hold back. They're going to roll around like crazy. It's like making a snowman, but keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, but don't get dizzy.
Cover each ball with glue and roll it in the sand until it's completely covered.
Now I've got all 3 parts to my Sandman all rolled up in sand. I'm going to wait for him to dry and then I'm going to do it all over again. 2 coats of sand. You want your Sandman to look chubby because it's just cute. It's cute when they're chubby. Now you want to take a 10-inch piece of wire that's a good heavy gauge. I've bent the bottom of mine so our Sandman does not slip off the bottom.
Using a pair of pliers, bend your wire in a half circle.
You don't want your Sandman to look lopsided, so make sure you stab him right down the middle of his body, like that. So now we have 2 pieces. Here we go.
Push all 3 pieces of your Sandman onto the wire.
We've got our Sandman all wired up. The next thing we're going to do is add his hat. We're going to snip the wire like this. See? 3/4 of an inch still sticking out of the top of his head. You can use any kind of paper you want. I'm going to use the music sheet paper, but I also like this. It looks like a piece of a pie, but a big piece of pie. You curl it up into a cone like this. Now we're going to take the hat and glue it to the top of his head. Now the hat is on his head and we're going to trim it with gold pipe cleaner. Just wrap it around and glue it.
Wrap the pipe cleaner around the bottom of the hat and glue the tiny seashell to the very top.
Now we're going to give him a face.
Push pins and a seashell make the face to your Sandman.
Now the Sandman can see. This is his tiny little seashell nose. Just poke it right in there. He's got eyes and a nose, but he doesn't have a mouth. Use little pins for his mouth, little black pins. We're going to take the little pins and give him a mouth so he can smile. 5 little black pins. We're going to poke, poke, poke.
Be sure to wear safety goggles before you clip off the ends of your pins.
Give him a scarf with a piece of ribbon.
Using the ribbon of your choice, give your Sandman a scarf.
I've got 2 tiny starfish and I'm going to glue them onto his belly. They're going to be buttons. I'm going to glue them right on his belly. See them? They're tiny. They're really tiny.
With little tiny starfish and branches for arms, you can finish accessorizing your Sandman.
Now our Sandman is ready to go in the can, in the jar, in the can. He's going in. We're gonna put some glue on the bottom of his body, and then we're gonna stick him in the can. We're gonna stick him right in the can.
Use a generous amount of hot glue to attach your Sandman to the can.
We're going to put the sand and the shells right into the can with the man. All the leftover sandy goodness.
Use the extra sand and seashells to give your Sandman his own very private little beach.
Right into the can. Don't get sand in your face when you're dropping in the sand. it's gritty, it's no. You want to decorate the top of your can. Just take your lid and your music sheet paper and just trace a circle. And it'll look good, it'll look cute. And that's it, that's the Sandman in a can.
There he is, the warm weather Sandman.
Mr. Sandman, bring